For the specialist study assignments, here is our aim. We're going to be independently, that is on our own, investigating a topic, a domain, an area that is of particular interest to you individually. It needs to be an area of personal interest within creative media production and technology that resonates with you, that aligns with a path you might take forward into the final extended major project, that rings true with something you are compelled and fascinated to delve deeper within. In the specialist study project, you're going to research and critically examine, really delve deep in a focused, deliberate, intentional manner, looking at a wide-ranging series of different sources, books, journals, sites, Google Scholar, searches to help us understand the context, the background, the history of a particular topic. And that word context is going to be crucial here. Different contextual perspectives, different views and angles, looking at the same topic from different views. An academic approach. You're going to be writing an essay, the best piece of academic writing you've ever done in your life, on a topic that you care deeply about. Looking at it from different angles and perspectives, what we call different contextual perspectives. Remember, context is the time, the place, the history, the background. You're looking at different contexts around a particular topic, investigating it. Now, the work itself is going to be due in on the 10th of February. And here's our checklist. A proposal, a literature review, more of which shortly, and an extended piece of writing, the essay itself, including a bibliography. We've sketched out here a recommended task schedule, and having come off the back of your Media Reimagined project, you'll be familiar with the Gantt chart here, which give you an overview of how we're going to divide up our time in lessons. Now, this project is intended as a precursor to the final extended major projects. So, a prologue, the first chapter as it were, an introduction. And it should be used to influence and inform the direction that you take forward from now until the end of June. You are required to identify and understand the principles and practices of your chosen subject, so to understand what you are undertaking for the remainder of your time on our course. This is crucial. We need you to continually relate your experience to the work of other practitioners within your chosen discipline. More of that as we go further into the final extended major projects, but it's worth mentioning again here. Relating your work and comparing your work to industry examples, as well as merits and distinctions, lie. Now, the first task is the proposal. So for the proposal, something you're very familiar with at this point on the course, you're going to need to create a rationale, as it were, justify, explain, back up as to why this topic is important for you to research in relation to your final extended major project. Why is this the right topic to delve deep into, to look at from different perspectives and angles until you understand it truly, confidently, in an assured manner? You can explain and justify why this is the right choice. In your proposal, we also are looking for you to be able to investigate the background, the history, and the contemporary, so more modern perspectives of your topic. So what's gone before and what's happening now. Giving examples and how it has developed the area you are investigating. How has history and contemporary modern examples shaped your topic? looking to go deeper than the superficial here, as I'm sure you're noticing. You'll need to apply your understanding of the perspectives to your final extended major project. You'll be hearing more and more about this as we proceed from this point on in the academic year. The deliverables for task 1 are suitably enough the proposal. You're going to use the document template to outline why your research topic is relevant. This will cover the 1.1 and 1.2 criteria as outlined here. The second task is the literature review. Now, the literature review invites you to explore a range, that is at least 5, I would take a range to mean, of different contextual sources. So, it might be 3 books and 2 journals. It might be a film, TV show from the 70s, 2 books, and maybe 1 Google Scholar referenced journal from online. You're going to need to identify a range of academic and cultural sources. And we want you to be able to show that you thought deeply about the topic. I've actually outlined here more precisely what I'm looking for. So I quite flippantly said films, TV shows, absolutely can look into them, but it is really important that at least 3 academic papers are referenced here. At least 2 books. And then as many media examples of YouTube videos, films, TV shows into the area you are investigating can be included. But just to reiterate this, at least 3 academic papers need to be referenced. We'll be helping you with that in class, and at least 2 books. The Learning Hub, of course, is very handy for that, as is Google Scholar. Google Scholar is your friend on this project. You need to critically evaluate information from these sources, extract meaning. I think I've been going on about all the way through the course. And look into these sources, but looking at them from, as I've demonstrated and elaborated a few times in this video already, from different perspectives. Are they biased? Does the date of writing influence and colour the sources in any particular way? The author knowledge, background, does that shape it at all? Does that make it in any way skewed in a particular direction? The way it was published, is it a book? Is it on a blog? Is it a YouTube video? Is it on a BBC documentary? Thinking about this critically is crucial. We aren't just consuming and accepting, we're being sceptical. In your literature review, looking at sources, at least 3 academic papers, at least 2 books, and then as many media different examples as you like, and thinking about them in terms of bias when they were written, the knowledge of the author, how they were published. The literature review is a document that analyses a range of sources, at least 5 sources, into your area you are investigating. This covers the 2.1 and 2.2 criteria. Task 3 is a 2-parter, and it's the biggest bit. It is, of course, the essay, the extended written piece. Now, you can only move on to this once your proposal and your literature review are complete. In your extended written piece, we're looking for you to include an investigation into media business models and practices, or an investigation into historical and contemporary influences on different practice, whether it be horror films, whether it be competitive video games, whether it be fashion photography, whether it be French cinema between the 60s and 70s. It could include workflow development and how things have changed in the media industry and the way we work. The history of video editing might be a topic, for example. It could include a case study of a practitioner that you admire and you want to delve deep into, the work of Martin Scorsese, or Mr. Beast. Could include, you decide. These are just prompts as to what you might look into. Your topic will be negotiated and agreed at the stage of the proposal with Amanda and or myself. Now, in your essay, your work will need to be presented in a standard essay structure. We will help you to structure your essay, and there'll be examples in Google Classroom as well. You're going to be using appropriate writing conventions. We'll be helping you to write the best essay you've ever written in your life. Line spacing will be 1.5 and font 12. Again, we will help you with the formatting. All sources will be Harvard referenced and cited appropriately in text. Lessons on this are coming, and a bibliography will be accompanying the written piece. Your thoughts will need to be coherence, that is clear, cogent, organised, structured, thoughtful, answering the question that you've outlined as the essay title. Thinking about these different contextual perspectives is what I, in particular, am looking for. The bibliography is something we'll be helping you with throughout. And in the Learning Hub, Sadie is very good at writing bibliographies. She's always available to help you and very keen to help us with this. She'll come into one of our lessons to assist, as will Tamara Smith, a recent media graduate who also works in the Learning Hub. The deliverables for Task 3 are the written piece, a minimum of 2,000 words. So 4 pages, essentially. It doesn't sound like a lot when you put it in that way. And your bibliography as well. The word count of the bibliography is separate to the essay. The bibliography will list all the sources that have informed your work. Now this, as you can see, covers the majority of the criteria, and the chance to hit 1.1 and 1.2, 2.1 and 2.2 if you haven't done so in the earlier tasks. This is an academic essay that you can be expected to do at a university. We're preparing you for these expectations. Also, to write well is just a life skill that will enhance anyone's career chances. Whether you go on to work, an apprenticeship, to write well, to communicate an idea well is something we pride ourselves on helping our learners to do. So, there we go then. The Specialist Study Project is live, and you have until the 10th of February at 4:30 to complete your work. As ever, use the Learning Hub, speak to us on Google Chat, and use your time outside of lessons to focus with deliberate intentional practice and create the best piece of written work you've ever created in your young lives. Good luck.